Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It is Saturday evening and we've had a busy day here today. Obviously, Kathleen has been very busy with puppy. I have been busy doing some cooking, planning meals. I made the corned beef hash, which was supposed to be, a bit more than I thought it was. I did not peel enough potatoes. It's all gone now. Kathleen and I have eaten it. So, yeah. But what we've also been doing is discussing what kind of things we will be eating in the hot weather, because it's been 24 degrees here. I am not good in that sort of weather. Kathleen doesn't particularly love it either. So it's looking at, right, what are we going to be looking at when I go shopping tomorrow? Obviously, we're going to get some salad stuff. We're going to want a couple of like oil and vinegar dressings because we've never made them before. We need them now. We'll find out which ones we like and we'll start making our own because we can do that. We are roughy tufty. So we're looking at that. We're also looking, as Kat said, if she's got doubles or if we're out for a day, even if Patrick and I are out on the bikes or something, as she said, you want to have a good breakfast, snackies for lunch, but sometimes if you're out longer, you need some more substantial snackies for dinner. So we're looking at what we can do with that. And at the moment, the steak burgers that I bought earlier in the week, I've got them out. They're just about ready to go in the air fryer. They will be cooked, then put in the freezer singly, so that if we're out and about, we can take them with coleslaw, cucumber, tomato, and we've got everything in the one box, and it just gives us that bit more oomph. I've also got pastry to make some pasties, which I think I might do with the remains of the corned beef that I've got. We'll try some of them. So that's on my list. I'm going to try a pot noodle, make it myself. I have done similar, but I just used like powdered mushrooms and powdered onion and garlic. But this time I'm going to use the dehydrated shredded onion. I'm going to use the dehydrated sweet corn, etc. Put it in one of the pressure cannon jars where you can add the boiling water and let it do its thing. So we're going to see how that goes, because you can also add all your little fresh bits like your chives or your spring onions or stuff like that. And if that works, that's going to be really good for me coming back from work. So yeah, that's the plan for, well, that's what I've been doing today, apart from reading. I've read 2 books as well because, it's hot outside, I'm not doing anything. I read 2 books. I thoroughly enjoyed them as well. They were trashy novels, can I just say. I'm not telling anyone what they were. They were dreadful, but they were so enjoyable. It was just ridiculously fun. So we did that. So yeah, that's been today. The only other thing I saw was a report in The Guardian today about a caravan site at Derwentwater in the Lake District. Now, as you know, obviously rental properties are extortionate. Mortgages, if you're taking one out just now with the higher interest rates, are extortionate. And some people, especially as you got older, it was a good idea to go and live on a campsite. Especially if you got one close to a local village, etc. But what's happened is £4,000 siting fee. Basically the cost to, when your caravan's 15 years old, to take your caravan away and put the new one on, has risen from something like 4,000 to 10,500. It's like a 60% increase. Now, considering new caravans are like a minimum of 70,000, don't even start me on what they go up to. The cheapest old ones you can get are about 20,000, and they're probably like 13, 14 years old. Those are the ones that you see for sale in the holiday parks. That's when someone's like, right, I've rented this out, I've done my bit, I'm not paying this again. So yeah. So what used to be thought of as a rather cost-effective way of doing things is now no longer. Certainly in that caravan park. So yeah, if you're thinking of doing that, which, don't get me wrong, having rented out my caravan down by the beach, I looked at it and then looked at the costs and went, I can buy a house for that, behave. Um, it's definitely something to look at. Is what are the fees going to rise to? What guarantees can they give you about the fees rising over the next 5 years? Blah blah blah. Because that's an awful lot of money to suddenly have to fork out that you weren't expecting. So yeah, there you go. That's been my day. We have basically been messing about. I've been reading. Kat's been playing with Puppy. We've been talking about food, what we want to get for the hot weather, what we don't want to get, what we will use, what we won't use, and hopefully that will be reflected in tomorrow's shopping. Catch you later.